I'm just a girl in the world. I'm a girl. Y'all, this is probably my 5th time trying to record this podcast episode because every time I try to explain my point, I get really fired up and I just start yelling at y'all. And I don't want to yell at y'all because I do want this to be an open conversation. I really want to know y'all thoughts and opinions just from everybody who's included in the conversation. So this is a conversation about the leftist party, about the left, about pro-Palestinian organizations, and just the internet community going on right now, okay? So I was going to make this video before the Maya versus Tory situation. I was actually on the live when it happened, when it first happened. But earlier that day, I wrote up all these notes about this topic because I saw a lot of people demonizing Kamala Harris for her quote-unquote support for Israel, okay? Okay, anyways, I just want to preface by saying I want to give this topic a lot of grace, a lot of care, because I do deeply, no matter what has been going on social media, I do deeply care about the Palestinian people. I care so much about Gaza. I remember staying up multiple nights, literally just crying my fucking eyes out over seeing Palestinian women getting gang raped by Israeli soldiers, by babies being fucking beheaded. I have seen the fucking worst of the Israeli soldiers. Okay, the worst of the fucking worst. Some of the most disgusting things that it shouldn't even be on the web. It should be on the fucking dark web. Okay? I don't know, but I have seen some of the horrors that the Palestinian people are going through, and nobody deserves it, no matter if what they believe, what they did, who did it. No one deserves to have their whole bloodline wiped out like that, to have their buildings pulverized, to not have any home to go back to. No one fucking deserves that. Okay? So my support of Palestine will never ever go away. But I understand that people who are Palestinian, or people who are close to Palestinian people, Palestinian Americans, I know y'all are very, very hurt, and y'all feel, some of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all feel a lot of anger towards the United States of America, okay? I get that. I don't blame y'all. But y'all anger and y'all starting to lash out at the wrong people. At the wrong people, okay? When did the conversation turn to black people? Like, we have a common enemy, which is white supremacy. But for some reason, when POC people get together, it's always people pointing at black people, telling us what the fuck to do and how the fuck to do it. So because of this, I don't really consider myself a leftist anymore. Like, they keep saying if you really support Palestine, you won't vote for Kamala Harris, you won't vote at all. Well, shit, I'm not a leftist. I'm not. I'm just a plain old moderate Democrat. Like, it's getting to the point where far left is becoming a self-sabotaging, like, organization. It's almost like the far right, because none of the logic really makes sense. Like, but the difference between the far right and the far left, okay? The far right, their ideology comes from a deep-rooted hatred and bigotry, okay? The far left, their ideology is coming from pain. Literally fucking pain. And them tired of putting up with the same bullshit over and over and over again. They want to see this country burn, okay? But my problem with this shit, what about us? What about POC marginalized people? Do nobody give a fuck about us? I feel like let's go to the next unpopular opinion. Okay? Let me get to it. We can care about multiple issues and combat them, okay? I don't know why this idea of multitasking is so nuanced to people, but yes, you could care about black people, police brutality, the Congo, Sudan. You could care about everything. You could literally care about everything. And you could care about one thing at a time. Okay? You shouldn't shame other people for caring about multiple issues, especially if it directly affects them. Project 2025 directly affects black and brown women and children. My little brother don't have free lunch anymore. My little brother doesn't have free lunch anymore. I live in Louisiana, okay? People in Florida can't get abortions. Someone went to jail for getting an abortion. Someone went to jail for having a miscarriage. Someone went to jail in Idaho for having a fucking miscarriage. Okay? It's okay to care about the state of our country, okay? Us being American isn't a sin. Isn't a sin. We did not ask to come here. So don't punish the whole country for the behavior of the government. Okay, that's like 200 niggas. Mind you, POC people make up 43% of this country. If you take down our country, because this is what I feel like the far left is trying to do. They are so fed up with this country, they rather see it burn than see it. I don't know. They rather see the motherfucker burn to the ground. And honestly, I felt the same way when George Floyd died. I felt the same fucking way with the riots. I wanted everybody to get some, okay? But that didn't change me for voting for motherfucking Biden. See, think about all the Congolese people who are voting for Kamala. Think about all the illegal immigrants, the undocumented immigrants who don't support Donald Trump. If they could vote, they would vote for Kamala. Like, it's just so, I feel like it's so counterproductive to cause more division within the Democratic Party because of your, I hate to say it, selfishness. Oh wait, selfishness. Fuck. And what makes it selfish? What makes it so selfish is to think that y'all are the only people going through something right now. And I know a lot of people who support Palestine, they also support the Congo. I understand that. Okay? But you have to support African Americans too now. Now, you have to support the women and children in the country too now. So we just fuck us and help everybody else. Black people are expected to help everybody except for ourselves. What sense do that make? If nobody gonna help us, we gotta help our fucking selves. We learned that from the jump. Stop weaponizing Black Lives Matter as a way to hold it over our heads, to force us to not participate in the election, because that's fucking stupid. That's stupid. Like, first things first, Kamala Harris has never directly said that she supported Israel. She has called for a ceasefire multiple times, her and her husband. Her husband's a Jewish man. Most Jewish people don't even like Zionists, okay? The Jewish people that I know in real life, they don't support that bullshit. The people who are funding the war is everybody in this country. No matter what you do, you are funding the war because you are a citizen. That's how the system is set up. Us not voting will not defund the war. First of all, that's probably the only thing that's not funding shit. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Funding the war is buying the motherfucking sparkling water. Like the property tax, the taxes on this, the sales tax on this going to the government, okay? Like, what the fuck? Funding the war is using shit like Google. Funding the war is buying shit off of Amazon. Funding the war is literally everything that we fucking do is funding the war. And it's not a war. I understand it's not a war. It's a genocide. It's a genocide. I do understand, but I'm just using political terms. So, to say that voting funds the war, it doesn't. That's stupid. That's not true. That's not true. You know how many people hate America, but they don't want to see our people suffer? So they're not hasty with these things called revolutions. Y'all want revolution so bad. They keep talking about the French. Look what the French did. Look what the French did. The French is still revolting now. They still ain't got rights now. They still ain't got shit now. Look at how they living in Paris. They ain't even got no air conditioners. I hate to say it, but I like being American. Like, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I like America. I am very upset with the history of America. I'm very upset that my ancestors were brought here against their will and basically built this fucking country from scratch. I'm so upset about the Native Americans, the Trail of Tears. Which president did that? Andrew, whatever the fuck he did, all that shit he did to the Native Americans, absolutely disgusting, okay? But shit, I like living here. I like my community. People don't understand how to build community. Building community is about knowing your neighbors and having conversations with them. Y'all are having too many conversations on here, okay? I need to start having conversations with one another. People forget that activism, a good part of activism, is being charismatic. Okay? You gotta be charismatic to be a good activist leader. A lot of people like y'all, like Maya and that girl who called black people colonizers. Bitch, I ain't mean to call you no bitch, but we gonna get into you, girl. I don't know your name. I ain't gonna give you no more attention, because what you want is attention. And who that other girl is, a Beam or something, Beam, who said something similar, talking shit about black people. What the fuck did we do to y'all? But anyways, like, community is so integral to any type of social change, because we need leaders who are charismatic. We need people who we can trust and follow, not people who are using divisive words and diction to further separate or ostracize certain groups of people in the movement. We don't need a repeat of history. People are so focused on their emotions, they can't even think logically. How are we going to protest and do the things that we need to do under a Trump administration? That our country become a fascist country. We will be just like Israel. If not, we're already there. Okay? We need to stop that. Save ourselves so we can save others. Okay? And what do saving ourselves mean? Caring, giving a fuck about other people besides yourself. Like, what about the disabled people? What the fuck is going to happen when we have a revolution and all the electricity go down, all those people die in the hospitals and the nursing homes? You didn't think about that. People want to use theory so much, but theory isn't applicable, okay? Theory is for thinking, mental exercises only. Theory isn't always applicable. So people want to use this really far and progressive theory when they have no structures in place for the fucking fallout. And who's going to be most affected? Y'all think it's going to be white men? The people who are actually causing the problems? We are going to be the most affected when shit hits the fan, okay? So till we build communities, not on here. We don't need to build community on here. We need to start building community in person, okay? And start planning in person, okay? Talk to your fellow black and brown people in person. If you have a bigoted mother, convert her in person. Y'all want to have all this smoke for people online and celebrities who are quote-unquote Zionists. When you living with Zionists in your family, in your house, you sleeping next to Zionists. How about y'all check them first and then worry about other people? Y'all don't even have the courage to check the people in your own home, but y'all have the courage to check people online. See, this is why activism is a lost art form in our community, in our generation, because we don't understand what true sacrifice really is. True sacrifice isn't not voting. True sacrifice isn't the damnation and all the citizens in our country perish. That isn't a fucking sacrifice. That's another fucking genocide. Two genocides don't make it right. Two genocides don't make it right. Okay, what's true sacrifice is keeping your fucking sanity when all these atrocities are happening right in front of your fucking eyes. Okay? That's what's true. True strength is literally be able to keep your head cool, calm, and collective in order to make a response, in order to understand your enemy. Your enemy wants you to be distraught, okay? So Maya, you're feeding into the Zionist hands. They want Maya. You literally look like you lost so much sleep. I'm not trying to talk about your looks, but you look so different from how I first saw you in 2020, 2021. You look defeated. You look drained. Rightfully so. I mean, your people is going through something I can't even imagine. But I can, because I'm black. And it happened to our people too. Just saying. But girl, one of the quotes that I think about the most, I forgot who said it. Being being an aware black person is being in a constant state of anger. That's why people have all these autoimmune diseases in black women. Black women are expected to keep that shit in and let it kill them. Okay? And I feel like that's what's happening to Maya. She's taking in all that adversity, all that hatred, and she doesn't know how to transmute that energy. Okay? They want you to feel that way. They want you to start lashing out and doing irrational things that won't help the collective. Because if you help the collective, you help the Palestinian people. If you help Palestinian people, you help black people. If you help black people, you help Palestinian people. People don't understand it's all connected. So if you help one group of marginalized people, the collective will be better. The reason why we don't have universal health care, the reason why we don't have any good quality of life things in America is because they're so fucking racist. If they were to help everybody, that means they would have to help black people too. Anti-blackness is keeping the world from becoming a better place because they don't want us to have anything nice. They want only the elites, aka the white people, to have the nice things, so they doesn't even give the lower class, which is also a lot of white people, they don't give them shit. So now that the white people are waking up to class consciousness, now all of a sudden they understand systemic oppression. Now all of a sudden Black Lives Matter. Now all of a sudden they care. Y'all only care because it affected y'all. Unlike black people who always care about everybody, even if it doesn't directly affect them. And I feel like it's just so telling. It's so telling to see how people are acting on social media. First of all, I keep seeing the rhetoric. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Yes, the fuck it do. Choosing between the greater two evils, the lesser two evils. The lesser two evils. Who the fuck is evil? If you think Kamala Harris is evil, you're racist as fuck. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not enunciating her name right. Fuck. But it's, anyways, like, Madam VP is evil. When she denounced Israel, she called for a ceasefire. Her stepdaughter supports Israel. Palestine. Her stepdaughter is cool. Her husband, who's Jewish, also supports Palestine. Like, everyone isn't the enemy. Y'all trying to fuck up something that's very historic to black people because she was in a photo with an Israeli flag. But y'all don't even know her policy shit. And then y'all making claims saying she don't care about black people when she absolutely do care about black people. She went to a HBCU and she pledged, aka, not only did she pledge, aka, she dedicated her life to rehabilitating black people, black men who commit crimes. She actually has some of the lowest rates of criminalization for black men in her district. So that's a fucking line. That was a propaganda stunt created by this ugly white bitch. I forgot her name, during like the 2020 primary, okay? Democratic primary. She just made up a bunch of shit and said she said you sent a bunch of black people to jail. She ain't had no fact checkers, Nobody checked her, and a shit ton of black people believed her, myself included, and just ran with it. That was never true. She never sent 2,000 plus black people to jail. That's just not true. It's not true. Declined. Yes, indeed. But honestly, like, that's non-Americans shouldn't be speaking on American politics. First things first, y'all hate America. Y'all hate America, so of course y'all not gonna tell us the right thing to do. Y'all want America to burn. Y'all do. I hate to say, but y'all do. And rightfully so, I get that. But aim y'all shit at the right people, because we ain't do shit but be born here. Okay? Just like Palestinian people ain't do shit to nobody but just be born there. Nobody did shit to nobody. But y'all want us to all suffer? We are all colonizers because we was taken against our will? What the fuck is that to say? Like, what the fuck? This is why black people don't fucking trust nobody. This is why black people don't trust nobody. Because we have been through the most. We've been through we still go through the most. But nobody gives a fuck. That fucking hurts. Like, I don't care when nobody say that shit like that really hurts. To be colonized is not only by African people. When y'all the people that got us here in the first place, y'all the ones who sold us all. Let's not lie. Black men, black African men, y'all were the first betrayers. Y'all betrayed your community, and y'all let those Europeans in and take away y'all women spirituality, their mindset, and broke down us, black women. Y'all are the first betrayers, but that's a conversation for another day. Y'all betrayed us. Okay? Y'all betrayed us. 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 Like, but we get the blame for everything. And this is a real conversation because I have been at African Student Union meetings on my PWI campus. They really think that they're better than us, African Americans. They look down on us. They don't think that we went through anything. They think all we do is complain. I have heard this verbatim. At first, I thought the African American versus African debate was like, I was a low-key team African because, like, yeah, that's the motherland. But once I start hearing how they discredit slavery, how they make it seem like what we've been through wasn't shit, that's when I was like, oh, y'all are still brainwashed. I mean, y'all are still brainwashed. They literally took away y'all religion. Forced y'all. They took, okay, Christianity originated in Africa, Ethiopia. The Europeans took Christianity, mutated it, deformed it, and then went to other African tribes and kingdoms and forced that onto them. We don't have shit over. We don't even have our last names are literally our slave masters' last names. We don't even have real last names. Hence Malcolm X, why he was called Malcolm X. We don't even have shit. Like, what the fuck? We don't even know who our lineage is. We don't even know who our line is. They raped us. They literally, we don't even know our bloodline is tainted. But, African Americans, they not, all innocent because that game with South Sudan was disgusting from them during the Olympics. What our NBA players said about them, like, that was fucking disgusting. Like, we shouldn't make fun of our people like that. But shit, are we people? Like, do y'all fuck with us? For real? Do y'all fuck with us for real? Because it's like, either it's envy, it's hate, or I don't know what the fuck it could be, but it's like everybody versus African Americans. Nobody feel that way? Do nobody feel that way? Okay. Africans shouldn't speak on African American affairs. Anti-blackness is so visceral that people are so desensitized to it that when they see shit like police brutality, they don't even give a fuck no more. They just do their no retweet and go on about their day. Okay, we are desensitized to seeing our own people being murked. Like, we have a lot of shit that we need to go through as a people before we help everybody and their mama. Y'all hate black people so much that y'all will take the tension off of y'all own people to give to us, to put us down. What? Y'all, and honestly, if this election goes to Trump, y'all will have blood on y'all hands. Like, I want y'all to know, the people, all the Gen Z voters that decided not to vote because they're too morally righteous and they're too left to be part of a election that funds a genocide because y'all are just so pristine and just so perfect. Okay. If y'all lose this election for us, I don't even think, like, I would care. Like, I don't even think I would care. Like, I would just give up, honestly. Like, if we lose this election, it's us losing hope as a country. And y'all took away our hope. And what do people need? I'm gonna get into hope later, because hope is all we need to turn the tide. Hope is all we need to turn the tide. But instead of y'all jumping onto the momentum of the Democratic Party and y'all taking away our momentum to support y'all's backward ass agenda that's fueled by no typological thinking and made up ass theory that y'all pulled out y'all asshole, Trump is going to win and he's going to ruin us. Like, the Heritage Fund is going to ruin us. Like, this won't, like, you can't go to Belly No Chest, where the hell can you go? Type shit. Like, what the fuck? Y'all, and honestly, foreigners speaking on American politics because y'all don't like Americans, that's a form of voter suppression, no matter if y'all on the left or the right. That's a form of voter suppression. It is. Stop speaking on shit. Y'all don't know shit about. Y'all keep speaking on Madam VP. Y'all don't know shit about her policies. Y'all don't know her. Shut the fuck up. Y'all don't know shit about shit. That's just like when I went to Canada. Oh, not when I went to Canada. When I met a bunch of Canadians and it was all pro-Trump. I said, how the fuck y'all like Trump if y'all not even American? It's like a whole subsection in Canada of like the whitest of white people you have ever seen, and them worshiping Trump like a god. Y'all, this is bigger than us. This is bigger than us. American politics affects the entire fucking world. Our stock market affects the entire world. If we go down, everybody going down with us. Y'all don't understand, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going to happen if we have a real revolution. Y'all don't understand what's going to happen. The whole world will fucking perish. Y'all, all it takes is one nuclear drop. One atomic bomb. One hydrogen bomb. One Oppenheimer bomb. That's all it takes for it to be the end of civilization. Because y'all know what happens in the Cold War? No oxygen, goddammit. It becomes unlivable during the Cold War. Because of the atmosphere. It's basically dissipated. And we can't breathe. And all vegetation will become mutated. And radiation. And we'll die. Politics isn't just some bullshit. It's the shit that keeps the country, keeps the world together. It ain't just no bullshit. Like, what the fuck? They think this just some shit people make up just because? They think it's just a hobby rich people do? The fuck? That's some real shit that affects a lot of people. like it's so crazy to me how people don't understand that. And this is why the cycle of genocide and hatred repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. Because that colonial mindset is a hive mindset, and it has been so deeply embedded into POC people. It's insane. We can't even work together for the common good because we're doing too much internal fighting. Oh my gosh. And one thing about Madam VP campaign, it's literally giving us so much hope. Hope is all you need to turn the tide. Hope is literally what people bank on during civil unrest. If you take away our hope, which is our rights, our right to live, our right to have autonomy, you will take away our hope. And once you take away the American people hope, there is no chance in hell that we can save the Palestinian people. Okay? We need to maintain our hope, keep our spirits high, not succumb to defeat, rage, anger, hatred. Don't succumb to those emotions of bigotry and anti-blackness. Realign yourself, reground yourself, and remember the goal. Okay? We need to let people know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. The promised land will be promised to the people who it was promised to. If you really believe, if you really have faith in your religion, if you have faith in your source and your Father and your God, then you will know that karma will always happen. Okay? Don't succumb to these emotions because that's what they want you to do. These negative emotions. We need to focus on the positive and focus on hope. Okay? Hope is enough to pull most people through the most desolate situations. Okay? Hope can literally, it can change the world. Like, y'all underestimate how much hope can do. Having faith can do. We need to have faith in ourselves and our community. That's how we make a real change. Whew. Hope is what really brings the community together. Hope is what rebuilds nations. Okay? Hope will rebuild Palestine, Gaza to its former glory. Hope will literally is a solution to all of our fucking problems right now. We need to have hope. Us not voting is us saying we giving up. And I'm not ready to give up. I'm sorry. Not when I have no siblings. Not when I have elderly family members. Not when most of my family is fucking black. I can't afford to give up. I can't afford to give up and not participate in politics. I'm sorry, but I can't. In a perfect world, maybe I could, but shit, this ain't a perfect world. It's a fucked up ass world. And we gotta do the best we can. Shit. Oh, another thing. People keep saying lesser of two evils, lesser of two evils, when one of the evils is a whole PDF file. And when it's not even a cop, but I think a DA. A PDF file, a felony criminal, but someone who has tried to reform the justice versus someone who tried to reform the justice system. Oh, but it's two evils. Okay, that's actually racist as fuck. Because the fact that you can fix your mouth to compare Miss Harris, Madam Harris, VP, to that fucking gerbil, monkeypox personified ass nigga. The fact that you fix your mouth to compare her, a queen, to a demon. That's insane. That's insane. And that's the shit I'm talking about. That's anti-black as fuck. Do y'all not see how anti-black that is? Y'all. Y'all. Oh, that means I'm playing some new music. Hey. I think a lot of shit. This shit loud. Wait a minute. I feel like a lot of a new age activism, you could tell it lacks higher education. Let me just say that. As someone who is in higher education, who knows what it means to be an activist, who have been in classes that talks about Christianity and capitalism and how to deconstruct capitalism and how to look at capitalism as a entity instead of just a system, but like an actual entity that needs to be like dismantled, that has characteristics and personality traits. It's like when you break it down to a subatomic level and you understand how oppression works and how it gets people to do their bidding, you will understand all this shit that's happening in the news is psychological warfare. And it's making us become so docile to the point where we just give in and do whatever they say. Okay? Either by fear, either by anger, or by any other negative emotion. Even if your anger is coming out of a good place, it's still a negative emotion that they feed off of. The government feeds off of this. They literally feed off of this, okay? They feed off of it. Next, I guess the next unpopular opinion, y'all, I just, I think I basically said everything I needed to say. Okay. Now let's get into the second unpopular opinion, because I'm done with Black Americans, African Americans versus like everybody. I guess that's like the first unpopular opinion. Pretty privilege is real, and the downsides of pretty privilege is very real also. So like I keep saying, there's no downsides to pretty privilege because it's a privilege, and the downsides of pretty privilege is just misogyny. Yeah, I would say that's actually true. Because most of the downsides pretty people talk about is just like basic misogyny that most women experience, like being catcalled or being harassed by men or being taken advantage of because of their looks or being used for their body. That's what all women go through, not just pretty women. But it is downsides when it comes to woman-to-woman relationships, and not lesbian, but like friendships, like community, and What's the word? Fuck. What's that word? Not romantic, but what's the opposite of romantic? Y'all, I'm finna lose my fucking mind. Like, my brain is scattered. Opposite. Platonic. Yes, platonic. Fuck. Why did that take me so long to think of, y'all? That made me so fucking mad. Y'all ever get really angry at yourselves and y'all can't remember something or y'all misplaced something? I get so fucking pissed at myself over shit like that. Like, I would start talking to myself for days, like, type shit. Like, bitch, you on lockdown. Bitch, you in timeout. Because how the fuck you couldn't think of that? Anyways. There's many, like, downsides, I feel like, with pretty privilege, because you're automatically seen as an enemy amongst other women. Because, like, if you're a pretty girl and you enter a space where there's other girls, and all of a sudden that pretty girl in that space, she like don't like you because it's another pretty girl, if she's insecure. That doesn't always happen, but if she's insecure, then she'd be like, oh, this is my competition, I have to put her down so I could be the top pretty girl again. And like, they will try, pretty girls go through this so much where they will be like scoped out, where people will try to be friends with them to see like what type of pretty girl they are. If they're a pretty girl that knows they're pretty, then she's like a bitch, she's a Regina George, she's a cunt. Like, they're gonna be like, oh well, she's queen bee, so we have to like fall in line. If she's like a really nice, people pleasing pretty girl, they're gonna treat her like dog shit, and they're gonna dog walk her ass because you don't know your value, you don't know your worth, so we're gonna treat you like shit because you make us feel like shit because you're so pretty. Like, think about all the shit that happens to girls in friendships because their friend is pretty. Like, people get their boyfriend stolen because women think, oh, I'm so jealous, I admire this person so much, I want to take something of theirs so I feel worthy. So that's why people steal people's boyfriends. That's why best friends throw acid on their other friend, because they're so jealous of their looks. That don't happen to ugly bitches. I'm just saying. That don't happen to them. It doesn't. What else? Like, girls will get you set up to get raped. Girls will get you set up like for anything. Like this one time, this girl was talking to this boy, and they didn't like that she was talking to this boy. She was a cute girl too. She was a cute girl. The boy lured her to this apartment, and then like 10 girls came out and like jumped the fuck out of her. She had like bleeding on her brain and everything. She almost died. And then the men tried to rape her afterwards, but the girls was like, y'all taking it too far. But she probably did get sexually assaulted because she was in and out of consciousness around these niggas. See, that's the shit I be talking about. That happens to pretty girls. Like, that set up shit. You can't trust people. Y'all can't lie and say that don't happen. Like, that's... Like, don't be obtuse. Don't be obtuse. Also, I feel like a lot of pretty women have a bunch of monitoring spirits. Okay? That's why pretty women need evil eye protection, because there's so many monitoring spirits where people are constantly watching your moves for your downfall. Look at all the Instagram pages and shit and TikTok pages that literally just break down beautiful women's looks and just lie and say they have plastic surgery. If a plastic surgeon don't come out and say, I did work on this person, y'all don't know shit about shit. Like, how the fuck y'all know that she has plastic surgery? Like, that, I feel like that's just some hater ass shit, because you don't know that. Like, the fuck? You having a picture of her when she was 12 years old, and then a picture of her now. Of course she's gonna look different. That only happens to pretty women. Okay? So my thing is, when these pretty... Everybody keeps saying social media is fake. Social media is fake. They say that because they feel so inadequate with their lives. They think everybody who shows fakeness or who projects who projects happiness. Anybody who projects any type of happiness on social media, people think they're automatically faking it. Like Nora Smith. Those people are really just like that. Like, they're really happy. Like, how the fuck do we know these people are unhappy? Like, y'all don't know them. Y'all are unhappy, so y'all projecting y'all unhappiness onto clearly happy people. Same with Jackie Aina. Y'all projecting, oh, she bougie. She thinks she too good for us. She thinks she is a celebrity. She want to be this, she want to be that. Has Jackie ever said that? Has she ever shown that? Y'all projecting y'all feelings of insignificance. Y'all feelings of inferiority. And projecting that onto Jackie Aina when she has never gave off that impression. I will block y'all too. She's a Leo queen, so I'm gonna support whatever she do. Like, the fuck? Y'all be mad over the stupidest shit. Get a job! What happened to people having jobs? Like, do nobody wants to work anymore? Like, what the fuck? Y'all, like, I just think about the prettiest girl that you know. Do you think she has plastic surgery? Like, in real life, the prettiest girl you know. It's people who are real life pretty, okay? It's people who don't have to fake being pretty. So when y'all put down these women and be like, oh, well, these beautiful supermodels, they have acne and bad skin and they have surgery. Do this make you feel better about yourself? When that's probably not even fucking true. And even if it was, who gives a fuck? If you had the means, you would do it too, clearly. So it's just like, what's the point of hating on pretty people? Like, I just never understood that. Like, I feel like a pretty person, they get a different type of hate. But I don't think they're the most hated. But they get a very weird type of, like, nitpicky type of hate. That it's not talked about enough. I feel like it's not. Next. Christians. What the fuck is going on with Christians? Are Christians having some type of religious psychosis right now? Because why is everything quote unquote demonic? Why is everything go Satan? Why is everything evil? These are the things that I have seen where Christians are being dead the fuck serious. Most of the time they're black Christians being dead the fuck serious about things that they deem as demonic, y'all. This is the list I've seen in just the last 5 days. The last 5 days, this is what I have seen. Okay, Deadpool and Wolverine. Because Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool made the joke that he's MCU's Marvel Jesus. Oh, he said that he was Marvel Jesus, but that's demonic. Next, Beyonce hair care line sacred. Beyonce hair care line sacred because this woman, she had a prophetic dream that something was wrong with the hair care line. Okay, so the conditioner got demons in it. The conditioner got demons in it. That's what you're trying to tell me? Okay. Next, Halloween. I mean, I already heard that over the years, but what the fuck? Next, crystals and sage. This one person on Twitter was like, crystal and sage, like that's not of the Lord. You're inviting evil in, and this evil. I remember one time, my little cousin came to my apartment. My little cousin and my other little cousin and my little brother, they all come to my apartment. My little cousin, he gonna go into my room, look my room up and down, look at my crystals on my window pane and be like, this is satanic. He actually believes that, like, and he going to Yale. He's going to Yale this fall. Yale! The Ivy League Yale. He's going to Yale. And he believes that. Okay. Next, Megan Thee Stallion music video. Was it, I don't even know what the fuck they thought it was demonic for him because she was speaking Japanese. I guess that's why. Like, Japanese culture to Christians is demonic, I guess. Like, that's the stupid shit. Next is ancestors. I don't know where this Christian talk ideology came from, where ancestors are just demons. But y'all blocking your blessings. All I'm gonna say is y'all blocking y'all blessings. Y'all blocking y'all blessings. Woo! So with that being said, those are all my popular opinions, I think. Yeah, this is a doozy. Actually, I didn't get as angry as I thought I was gonna get during this episode, but yeah, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Toodles. Oh, before I go, another example of downsides of pretty privilege, or maybe it's just a downside of being a woman. I don't fucking know, but y'all, people, or maybe this is just jealousy. Like, people are just jealous of what they can't have. I'm not sure y'all be seeing these Bama Rush talks, like these people break it down like they're out. Oh, what was that? Anyways.
Hey guys, Rush Day 1, outfit of the day, dress as Zimmerman.
And that's like a $1,000, $1,500 dress. The comments are so, like, miserable. The comments are so miserable. Okay, first things first, it's his first comment saying, it's kind of insane to pay this much just to look this tacky. They don't look tacky at all. Bitch, bruh, Zinha. You the one that look tacky. This look tacky as hell. With that lipstick. That lipstick is tacky as hell. That's tacky as hell. You see what I be talking about? People just be hating on people for no reason, girl. These children. These are children. Y'all mad at the children. Let me read the rest of the comments. My mind cannot comprehend how you can pay this much for jewelry that isn't even real gold but imitation for real. Girl, what the fuck is you talking about? Because Cartier is real. The fuck is you talking about? See, poor people need to stop speaking on rich people shit, y'all. Y'all poor. Y'all are poor. Y'all are poor. Of course you wouldn't understand it. Y'all are poor. It's not meant for you to understand. Some things are just not meant for people of not that group to understand. Like, what the fuck? And then the girl who gonna call them tacky, she said, this is not tacky, this is the South. Like, yeah, a lot of Southern white women dress like that. She's like, I don't know what part of South you from, but where I'm from, not everyone dresses like tacky, rich white people. Girl, just hate on them because they white. You ain't gotta hate on them because they ain't cute, because they cute as fuck. You can't lie, they say they ain't got no drip. Now, you can't lie and say they ain't got no drip. Girl, get the fuck. It's just a bunch of old people just talking about money can't buy taste. What the fuck is y'all talking about? These they parents who probably work their motherfucking ass off to give these kids the shit that they want. The fuck? Like, y'all are insane. Like, this what y'all, like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. These be the downsides. Just a bunch of old ass, miserable ass people just hating on you because you young, turn, and your family got money. That's the stupidest shit to hate about. Like, that's insane. I just wanted to show y'all that shit because I see that shit all the time. I'm just like, y'all are like so miserable. Y'all are so miserable. Like, imagine hating on these little girls. They ain't little girls, but shit. If that was your daughter and being berated, you wouldn't feel the same way. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, bye.
Instead of complaining about anything, learn to be thankful for everything. Hashtag speaking from the heart. B. Fletcher.